So today I'm going to talk about how to make a quantum leap in your real estate wholesaling business. Now, my name is Todd Toback, and I've wholesaled a little bit more than 1,000 houses, and 95% of those were locked up by somebody on my team and not by me personally. And I specialize in transforming real estate hustlers into real estate business owners that own an asset that can throw off cash month after month after month without their day-to-day involvement. So if that's something that you want to do, and this is the first time that you're watching one of these videos, you've got to head on over to nextlevelwholesaling.com. I actually have a business assessment for you. It's basically a quick quiz that you can take, and it's going to have you basically understand where you are in the 4 core areas of your business. That's marketing, acquisition, disposition, and cash flow and accounting. It's going to be really eye-opening, because once you know that, once you understand where you're at, you're going to have a much clearer picture on how to get to that point where you can now have a really profitable wholesaling business in which you can extract yourself out of the day-to-day operations, going to operate without you, and it's going to spit off cash without your day-to-day involvement. So make sure to head on over to nextlevelwholesaling.com, take the assessment. I've done it, and I still do it every quarter. So take it, and I know you'll love it. All right, so let's talk about making the quantum leap in your real estate wholesaling business. So I'm going to start this with a story, and that is this morning I was on the Peloton bike. Now, if you don't know what the Peloton bike is, it's a exercise bicycle with a screen on it, and people from all around the world are riding, watching a world-class instructor streaming live from New York. Really great. And what's cool about this thing is not only do you see your own numbers, your cadence, that's how fast your legs are moving, and your resistance, how hard it is to actually move the pedals, but there's a leaderboard with all the other riders on there, so you can actually see how you're doing, how you're competing, and this is a good and a really bad thing. So over the past 3 months, I've been really working on my cycling. I'm getting back into triathlons again after a hiatus, and I really committed to work on my cycling, and so the Peloton has been one of those things that I've been really enjoying. And so pretty much every ride for the past 3 months, I've been getting better, and I've been using that leaderboard as my definition of success, right? At first, I was like, hey, I've got to finish in the top half. Then I've got to finish in the top third, then the top quarter, then the top 5%. And so that's been good, and there's been some workouts where I've made more jumps than others, but I'm getting better and better. And so today I was on the bike, and I just wasn't feeling it, right? I was tired, and I was really sore, and I felt a little dehydrated, and I'm like, it's a 45-minute ride, it's supposed to be. And I'm like, let me just get off after 15 minutes. And I remembered a book by Jeff Olson. It was called The Slight Edge, and he talks about not breaking streaks, right? Doing the things day in and day out with extreme consistency, even when you're not seeing results. And so there's lessons on this. There's lessons from this on 2 fronts. So the first is that today I was using the leaderboard as my motivation for success, but ironically, because I saw myself moving down in the leaderboard, I wasn't feeling that great. I was getting extremely frustrated, right? And because of that, I started telling myself some stories, right? Todd, you're almost 40, better slow down, get off the bike, 10 minutes is good enough. All right, my heart's fluttering, right? I mean, any excuse, right? Oh, I better take it easy. Today's a rest day. And so I was trying to convince myself, trying to negotiate with myself to get off the bike. And so this is where strength and inner discipline comes in. This is where the people who are truly great differ from the people who are just average. So today I negotiated with myself. I said, you know what, today's not going to be my best workout, but I'm going to get through. And so I set a new benchmark for myself. I stopped looking at the leaderboard. I wasn't looking at what anyone else was looking at. I was looking at my progress. And I said, look, let me just get through the 45 minutes. And if I can get these last 3 intervals, these last 3, speed ups here at my heart rate at 175, I'll be good. And I was sweating up a storm, and I was working hard. And those last 3 intervals, guess what? I hit 175, right? I didn't worry about the leaderboard or what anybody else was doing. I didn't care. I focused on myself. And I basically hit the day. That was my definition of success. It was me versus me. And if I look back on that, I can look back on my success and say, hey, you know what? Like today, I finished a workout when I didn't feel like doing it, and that is a deposit in the bank. So how does that relate to a quantum leap? Well, Jeff Olson talks about in The Slight Edge that there is no such thing as the quantum leap. You got to beware of the quantum leap. Sometimes you'll be looking at people and they seem like they're an overnight success, right? Sometimes you'll see someone in our industry, real estate wholesaling business, and they're all over Facebook talking about how they made $300,000 or $400,000 this month. Hey, and there's nothing wrong with that. You don't know if it's true or not, first of all, but it could be not. I don't know. But if it is true, I guarantee you it wasn't a quantum leap. They didn't come out of nowhere, right? It is the work that you put in every day tirelessly on the days that you didn't see the results. So let me say that again. It's the work that you put in on the days that you don't see the results that will give you the quantum leap. You see, the quantum leap actually just looks like a quantum leap. It looks like you were an overnight success, but what happens is that you don't get better every day. You don't see yourself getting better every day. And so you have to do the things that are going to propel you to the next level. I always tell our students in our next level wholesaling program, I'm like, when you're hiring somebody, you're going to be training someone. You're going to be training them a lot. And so, you're going to be working with them and they're going to be going through leads. They're not going to be closing and you're not going to see the money right away, right? And you're going to have faith, but you have to train them day in and day out and day in and day out and day in and day out, for a few weeks, right? And then all of a sudden, week 3, week 4, week 5, guess what? The deals are going to start coming in and it's going to look like they're an overnight success. But it was all about someone making a commitment to bring somebody on. It was a commitment to interview. It was a commitment to go to work with this person every single day. It was a commitment, right, to send out the marketing and to get through that rough spot, right, where between the time they're generating revenue, right, until you're profitable, right? And then all of a sudden, someone looks like they have this great, amazing wholesaling business that's profitable, that's run without them, and it looks like they started like that from day one. And I can tell you that's a myth. It does not exist. So my message for today is beware of the quantum leap. Thank you, Jeff Olson from the Slight Edge. And the competition is you versus you. The leaderboard, sometimes it's good. If you're in the right environment with a bunch of truth tellers and everyone supporting you, sometimes it's good to have a leaderboard. But for the most part, that competition, your biggest competition, okay, is right in the mirror. Okay, look at him, beat that guy every single day, and you know what? You might just have that quantum leap that everyone's talking about. That happens to be not so quantum after all. So, reminder, head on over to nextlevelwholesaling.com. Take the assessment. It's going to let you know where you are at in your business. It's going to give you that motivation to go you versus you and to do the things that are going to enable you to extract yourself out of your business. I promise you it's worth it to invest in yourself. And take the assessment, nextlevelwholesaling.com. And if you have an idea for a future video, if you're watching this on Facebook or YouTube, leave a comment. I do read them. And I just might pick your question to do in a future video. Talk to you soon. Bye.